Hey everyone, this is another basic network topic which is usually confused among technical folks. So let's take a look at this in this video. So when you see 1 gigabits per second or 1 gigabytes, how would you convert that into megabits or megabytes? Whether would you follow the decimal notation or binary notation? So you would have seen people use 1000 Mbps or 1024 Mbps interchangeably. Similarly, in storage medias, when we see gigabytes or megabytes or kilobytes, whatever the case, when you convert that into the other notations, so you can alternatively use, or you might have seen alternative people using 1000 megabytes or 1024 megabytes. So which is correct? Let's look at this in this video. So as I said, there are two ways of representing it. One is the decimal representation. Another one is the binary representation. Basically, the standards followed by decimal representation is the SI standard, and the binary representation is followed by IEC standard. And whenever you see 1 gigabits per second, it basically represents the decimal notation only. It is actually 1000 Mbps only. If you wanted to represent them in the binary representation, the ideally the way it has to be represented is this way. So we need to add the I in between. So let's say 1 megabits per second, which is basically 1000 kilobits per second. If you wanted to represent them in the binary notation or the IEC standard, the way it is 1 kibps, or this can be also mentioned as 1 gbps, giga in binary bits per second, or 1 kbps, basically 1 kilo binary bits per second. Though it looks somewhat similar values, but the end results are not the exactly same values. So you will see a little difference between decimal and binary representation. So we have to be careful in how we use it and where we use it. The reason for the confusion mostly because this notation is not clearly followed in all the scenarios. So the introduction of I is not actually followed in all the places to represent, even though if they are representing in binary format. Not all the vendors are following this standard, so that is where the confusion comes. So this is a page from Wikipedia. So you can see the decimal prefixes, the SI based standard and IEC standard, which represents in binary format. So the 10 power 3 represents the kilobits, and 10 power 6 megabits, and 10 power 9 gigabits. A similar representation, but when it comes to binaries, basically 2 power 10, 2 power 20, and 2 power 30, and something like that. So this is how the values are arrived at, whether it is thousands or in 1024s. In summary, what we can do is, anywhere you see a link speed, so you can assume the decimal notation as the right value. Anywhere you see storage medias and such storage blocks are represented in such values like gigabytes or terabytes or megabytes. So you can assume that they are represented in the binary notation. Hope this video has given some clarity on this another basic networking topic. Thank you for watching and keep posting your questions. Thank you.